Hi, today I'll be discussing the My Restaurant project-based learning video done by PBL Works on YouTube. So the grade level that this project was designed for was like middle school, 6th through 8th grade. The content areas included things like technology, budgeting, health, advertising, public speaking, and writing. And the guiding question for this project was, how would you design your own restaurant? So the basic premise of this project was that students were to create their own menu for their own restaurant that they designed. They had to write grant letters to receive money that they would later use to buy furniture and resources for their restaurant. They had to create an Excel spreadsheet to budget whenever they bought their furniture. They had to basically learn about calorie count in order to make sure that their menus were healthy. And then they had to present their business plan to their class using Prezi. And they also had to create a commercial for their restaurant. So basically in the classroom, teachers had what I presume to be limited involvement. I'm sure that they helped whenever students needed help, but for the most part, students were working independently and using technology and the internet to do their project. The types of things that they used to do their project were, like I said, Excel. They used Vimeo and YouTube to do their commercials. They used Google to search up things like calorie counts and to research other successful restaurants and how they were designed. And they also used photo editors to make their menus. So a few things that I liked about this project were that students were clearly engaged and they liked the lesson and they were able to grasp it. A lot of them said a lot of good things about it and clearly understood what they were doing. I believe that what they were doing are helpful tools that they could later use in high school and college and just in the real world in general, like budgeting. And students, like I said, seemed very interested in the lesson. They seemed like they were having fun. There were a few things that I disliked about it, however, such as the fact that, from what I could tell, students seemed like they were working individually, and if I were doing this project with my students, I think I'd want them to work in groups and be able to collaborate with other students. And the fact that they were limited to using Prezi, because I don't think everyone necessarily functions well just using that. I mean, other students might want to use things like PowerPoint or Google Slides. So if I were to do this project in my classroom, I don't think I would limit it to just a restaurant. I think I would want my students to maybe just design their own business, which obviously would give them the option to have their own restaurant if that's what they decided. But if they wanted to have like a clothing store or something like that, I think that would be just as effective. I think some limitations for this project would be that not all students have access to internet or technology at home, and it seemed like a lot of this could have been done at home, such as designing their commercial and things like that. But some benefits include that teachers were able to introduce students to different technological resources like Excel and, how to budget and things like that. And as well as students got experience with software applications that they can use both in high school and in college.